Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for making time today for our debate club. And today's coach will be Anson. And since it's 8:35 now, I think we can finally start. But before I begin, if possible, can everyone turn your camera so we can take a quick photo and then we can start right away into today's session. Yeah, I'll just count from 1 to 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Um, I think you can start. Oh, if your camera is broken, that's fine.
Okay, so today we're just going to be doing some drills that are not necessarily related to public forum, but I'm just going to be doing some drills so that you guys can improve your speaking skills and like improv skills, because that is still important in public forum. You might not always get the opportunity to write everything that you want to say down, so it's important to improvise and also your preparation skills. So basically, because there's only 3 of you, what we're going to do is I'm going to give you guys, all of you guys, 5 randomly generated words, right? And then what you're going to do is you get 7 minutes, and you can split that between prep and your speaking time. So basically, you get 7 minutes in total, and you could spend like 5 minutes of that preparing and 2 minutes of that speaking, or you could spend 3 minutes preparing and 4 minutes speaking, etc., etc. So that's like our first drill. It's to help you guys use your prep time more effectively. And obviously, if you like have more of a balance between the two, or you have less prep time and more speaking time, it would be better. Do you guys have any questions, or do you all understand this? If you understand, please put a thumbs up reaction. What about Jenny? Okay, you all understand? Great. So then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to generate the random words. So yeah, this is not the words. This is just the website. This is just what it came up with. So we have 5 random words. What I want you guys to decide right now, like once I give you guys the words, type in chat how much time you want to spend preparing and how much time you want to spend speaking, just so that I know. And yeah. Oh. Okay, since someone just joined, let me explain it again. So, hello, we're gonna be doing a drill where I give everyone 5 random words, and then you guys have 7 minutes that you can split between preparing and speaking. So you could spend like 3 minutes preparing and 4 minutes speaking, or 4 minutes preparing and 3 minutes speaking, etc. But you guys do need to speak for at least 2 minutes, I would say. So yeah. No one has any questions? Everyone understands? Then I'm going to start a timer. Okay, so once I gave you guys the words, everyone type in chat how much time they want to spend preparing, okay? Out of 7 minutes. And then the remaining time will be how long your speech is, okay? Everyone got it? Thumbs up if you got it. Okay. Then generate the words in 3, 2, 1. All right. This is your words. I copy and pasted it in the chat. It can literally just be about anything. So, yeah, do with that what you will. You don't have to use these words in the speech, but it's just like about that. Okay. So, for example, for this one, if I saw a word sport, I might think of like Scrabble, because that's like a game, a word game. that is like kind of, and like a sport is also a game, so like something like that. Okay, so now everyone type in the chat how much time you're gonna spend preparing. So Aravenya, you type 5, so I think that's 5 minutes. Okay, 4. What about everyone else?
I don't think you should eat.
Okay, 4. Okay, what about last person? Saikimbao. How much time are you gonna spend prepping? Hello? Yeah, but you can type in chat how much time you want to spend preparing. Oh, you can't even talk? Are you sure? So why are you in this meeting? This is a drill. Okay, well, sorry. I still want you to do the prepping and like just write out a speech. So just calm down if you want to prep, okay? Do you got it? 7? No. You have to speak for at least 2 minutes. So the maximum amount of prep time you get is 5, okay? So you can choose like 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes.
So that we have to speak about the topic word and like that.
You just use these 5 words as a guideline for making like a speech. It can be about anything. You can write it in any format, like
Like
anything.
in our speech, you will got these 5 words.
Yes. Okay, I'm just gonna assume that you're doing 5 minutes, so you can bow. So, because Jenny, you're doing 4 minutes of preparation, I'll set your timer to 4, and then everyone else will get 5. So, I'm gonna start the timer, and then after the timer ends, you guys will all have to present your speech one by one. And Jenny, I'll start yours earlier, okay? So, I'm starting it in 3, 2, 1. Okay, now you guys start prepping. Just write anything. If you guys have any questions, just ask me, okay? Okay, Jenny, your prep time is over, so don't write anymore. Don't prepare anymore. Just wait, okay?
Do you have to open the camera?
No, you don't have to speak yet, but when you do speak, it would be nice if you could open your camera, okay?
Okay, so my topic is the importance of sport. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about how sports can be affect in our life, positive and lasting way. Sport is more than just one
Okay,
physical activity.
Hold on. Just wait like 1 more minute for everyone else to finish preparing and then you can start, okay?
Okay.
Okay, everyone else, your prep time is over, so stop preparing. And then Jenny, you can start your speech first, okay?
Sorry, because I didn't.
Okay, so my speech will start after 3, 2, and 1. My topic today is the importance of sport. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about how sport can affect in our life in positive way, elastic way. Sport is more than just one physical activity is an sport, a language, and sometimes single word like sport. We can connect people from different culture and backgrounds. When we play sports, we learn about important values such as teamwork, discipline, and respect. These values have us not only in school, but also in our future careers and relationships. In modern society, many people spend too much time sitting and using technology. While technology is useful, but its truth reflects physical exercise complete. Sports help us stay healthy, reduce stress, and improve your mental well-being. Regular physical activity can affect our mood, make us feel happier, and give us more energy in daily life. Sport also bring people closer together. At school, students can make friends by joining a team. That's why many school accredited students register for sport club and outdoor activity. Through the sport, students learn how to communicate, how to support others, and how to work towards share the goal. In conclusion, sport play an important role in shaping who we are. It's not just about winning or losing, it's about personal growth and connection. No other activity can truly respect the value that sport brings to our health and character and our community. Thank you for listening.
Okay, so Jenny, you actually only used 2 minutes of your time and you're supposed to speak for 3 minutes. So that's one thing to know. That you didn't use up all your time. So in PF, it's really important that you do use up all your time. Otherwise, it may seem a little bit, like you're unprepared, but you didn't have that much prep time, so I understand. Otherwise, I think your speaking was really good. You spoke really clearly, which is nice, and you spoke confidently, but not like yelling or anything, just like a normal, good pace as well. Yeah, so your speaking skills are really good. As for the content itself, I would say that it was good. You talked about mostly sports. I don't really know if I saw much of like the word part of the 5 words I gave you or replace. But you were more talking about like your speech was focused around sports and how different factors affect sports, which is good. Next time I would love to see you add more of like the other words in rather than only talking about sports. And can I ask, did you just write all of that like during the prep time? Like you just wrote it completely?
I just wrote like half of it, then the other I think of it in my brain, so like I just remind it.
Okay. So I would say next time definitely time yourself to make sure that you use up all of your time. So because like you only used 2 minutes when you were supposed to speak for 3. And then for the last minute, you could have made up more stuff in your head. You could have talked about the other 5 words, which were like word, replace, and register. So yeah,
Yes.
but otherwise, yeah, you spoke really well. Okay, who wants to go next?
Thank.
How about Aravenya? How about you go next?
All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and today I'll be talking about Scrabble. While Scrabble may sound like a silly game, it is a great way to test one's vocabulary, and it can be an important way in which children can learn languages. Instead of simply teaching them how to spell, it would be much more satisfying if it became a game in which you try to win, and by doing this, motivate children more to learn how words are spelled, sound, and what they mean by just a slight modification of the game rules. This can also foster a healthy sense of competition, while at the same time helping increase a child's vocabulary significantly. Sure, one might argue that children might not be able to learn how to write because of this. However, remember, this game is not supposed to teach them how to write certain letters. The aim of this game is to encourage students to learn how to spell things out and increase their vocabulary in general in a more fun and engaging way. Parents can also explain more about the word, which helps the child significantly. In conclusion, Scrabble is more than just a game. It can be a powerful tool to help students and children learn vocabulary and spelling in a fun, engaging way. Thank.
Okay, that was really good. Thank you so much. So what I will say is that you did go a little bit over time. I think you went 30 seconds over the time that you were supposed to speak, which was 2 minutes. You went like 2 minutes 30, almost 3. So you should definitely learn to fit your speech within your time limit. What I liked is that your speaking pace is good. I like how you enunciate every word and you speak at like a moderate pace. You don't speak too fast. Obviously, you did go a little bit over, so maybe next time you could have spoken a little bit faster. Another thing I would say is that you can choose words and vocabulary that fit within your speaking like skill and range. So you like know how to say every word and you're kind of flowing nicely, because the way that you kind of said your words, it was like each word was separate and they weren't flowing together. So it is good to enunciate on every word, but you also want to have a flow. As for the content itself, you were talking about Scrabble most of the time and how this can affect children's vocabulary and motivate children for them to learn how to spell. So I see that you did use the words affect, the word and sport, but I didn't really hear much of replace and register. So again, try to use the 5 words that we gave you more. The reason why this drill helps is because like in public forum, it's really important to stay on topic. And I've given you guys these 5 words. You need to use them during your speech. And also this is just to teach you guys about time management as well. So you have 5 minutes of prep time and you're supposed to fit for you, Aravinda, you had 5 minutes of prep time and you were supposed to fit your speech into 2 minutes, but you went a little bit over. That's fine. If you just spoke a little bit faster, I think it would have been fine. So yeah, just time management and choosing your words. Yeah. So next, let's get Tandat. Hi. Tandat.
You call me right?
Yeah.
I will start now.
Okay.
My topic. Uh, Hello everyone, ladies and gentlemen. My topic today is use use sport to improve my physical health. When I finally realized that my declining physical health started to negatively affect my daily work performance and mental clarity, it's a clear sign that you must take immediate action. To tackle this, I decided to register for a local marathon sport event, believing that a concrete goal would help me stay motivated and disciplined. My primary objective was to replace my unhealthy habit of staying up late, browsing the internet with a strict, refreshing morning routine to ensure I wouldn't cry when things got tough. I gave my word to a close friend that we would practice together every weekend for accountability. Although waking up early was incredibly difficult at first, sticking to this from commitment in um eventually helped me regain my lost energy and professional focus. Looking back, taking that simple first step of shut up and honoring my promise completely transformed my entire lifestyle for the better. Sorry because my sentence is too short.
Okay. Yeah. That
Thank you
was
for
good.
listening.
Yes. So like the last two people, you could have you had like 30 seconds more until 2 minutes, but otherwise it was good. Don't worry about it being short. But obviously like next time I guess just use your prep time for longer. But okay, as for your speaking, again, a good pace. I think all of you guys have a good pace in speaking and you're kind of not going too fast. Like I can understand all the words that you're saying, which is good. And then so yes. Yeah, going at a good pace. I can understand every word. Again, a bit more flow would be better, but otherwise I think your speaking was good. So your speech was more focused on like your personal experience with sports and like healthy habits and how that affects your health. So yeah, I like how yours was more about your personal experience. Like the other two were more informative. Yours is more about like how I learned from you know, like how I learned from trying to enforce more healthy habits. So that's good. What I will say is maybe more, again, you gotta use more of the words. So most of you guys are focusing on, yeah, that's fine. Most of you guys are focusing on like sport and effect, but less on like word and replace and register. So yeah, I think you need to use all of the words. So yeah, I think that's good. I know Si Kimbao said his microphone does not work, so I won't make him talk, but I would like you to send me what you have prepared in the chat. Yeah, I would like you to send what you have in the chat. Okay, since we have a lot of new people, I think we will do this drill again, but for the new people, okay? Okay, so who new joined? Okay, for anyone who just joined and doesn't know what we're doing, we're gonna do this again so you guys can do it. So right now we're doing a drill where everyone gets 7 minutes to split between the time they spend preparing and the time they spend speaking. For example, you can spend 4 minutes preparing and 3 minutes speaking, or 3 minutes preparing and 4 minutes speaking. But you have to use all of the time, and you can't use more time than you allocated yourself. So basically, I'm giving you guys 5 random words that you can see on the screen. I will regenerate them right now. But basically, it's like this. So for this one, we'll be using this. Okay, I don't know about AIDS. Let me redo it. Okay, here. So these 5 words, you have to include them in your speech or make your speech like be about these words, okay? So declaration, plagiarize, left, idea, survivor. That is like the topic of your speech. Or like use these 5 words in your speech or use them to structure your speech. Yeah, it can be any kind of speech. It just has to like be related to these 5 words. All of them, okay? And this is to practice your time management. So you're using all your prep time to make a speech that is not too long and not too short, as well as your improv skills, and also staying on topic by talking about these 5 words. So I want everyone in the chat who didn't just do it to tell me how much time they're gonna use to prepare. Michael, I know you said you can't speak, so but I still want you to prepare. You don't have to speak, you just need to prepare, okay? So everyone tell me how much time they want to spend preparing. Remember, you got 7 minutes. For example, if you prepare for 5 minutes, then you get 3 minutes of speaking. You get 2 minutes of speaking. You have to at least have 2 minutes of speaking. So the most prep time you can get is 5, but I recommend you guys have less prep time and more speaking time to like practice better, okay? So anyone who didn't just do it, send me how much time you're going to use preparing in the chat right now. I'm assuming you all understand. If you don't understand, raise your hand. If not, then Yunvin, Kian, Michael, Ngotran, Bauti, and Tutra Tran, can you guys write how much time you want to spend preparing in the chat? Guys, no one has put the time they want. Please put it in the chat how much time you're going to spend preparing, and I will start a timer, okay? You all need to participate in this speech. You can't just listen. This is supposed to be something that you guys use to practice. So you guys do need to speak. So please put in the chat how much time you're going to spend, okay? If you guys don't understand, if everyone understands, put a thumbs up. If you understand, put a thumbs up, okay? Okay, someone legit left the meeting. All right, no one is putting a thumbs up, so I'll explain it again. Basically, you guys get 7 minutes to split between preparation time and speaking time. So if you choose to have 4 minutes of preparation time, you'll have 3 minutes of speaking time, right? And you have to center your speech around these 5 words. It doesn't need to include them, but it just needs to be about all of the 5 words, okay? Like something about all of the 5 words. Do you guys understand? Put a thumbs up if you understand. Okay, Aravinya, you already did it. I just need Michael, Tu Cha Chan, and Rin Vin Kian to thumbs up. Okay. Then Rin Vin Kian, can you tell me how much time you want to spend preparing in the chat? 5? Okay, that's fine. What about everyone else? All right. You know, Rin Vin Kian, 7. No, 5 is the maximum, okay? If you spend 5 minutes preparing, you spend 2 minutes speaking. If you spend 4 minutes preparing, you spend 3 minutes speaking, etc., etc. You can't talk? Okay, then anyone who does, why is everyone's microphone broken? Are you guys lying to me? Okay, look, if you can't speak, sorry, if you can't speak, just write your speech in a doc and then send the link in the chat, and I will read over it as your. Yeah, is that fine? Okay, Michael, I want you to do the same thing. Yeah, you can chat, but like, I want you to write it out and then just send me it, and then I will count that as your speech, okay? So then I'll start your 5 minutes right now. I'm setting a timer, okay? Okay, what about Tu Cha Tran and Michael Le? Guys, you need to participate in this drill. You can't just stay silent because now that you guys have learned all of the basics of public forum, you guys need to be able to speak, right? You have to have practice in speaking. If you guys want to get better at public forum, you want to win more tournaments, then I really encourage you guys to.
Can you tell the work again?
Okay, so Michael, basically, will have 7 minutes to split between preparing for a speech and the rest you'll spend speaking. So 7 minutes means you can either spend 5 minutes preparing and 2 minutes speaking, or 4 minutes preparing and 3 minutes speaking, but it has to be about these 5 words on my screen that I put up, okay? It has to be about these 5 words. You have to include them or just make your speech about them. Do you understand, Michael? Michael, do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
You understand? Okay, then how much time do you want to spend preparing and how much time do you want to spend speaking?
5 minutes preparing.
Okay, then I'll start your timer right now, okay? Okay. And Tu Cha Chan, what do you mean you're in a session? What does that mean? Don't worry about it, Moon King. Okay, Yunvin Kian, your time is up. So please send me all of like what you have prepared. And then I'll give you feedback, okay? You can just send a link to a document in the chat or just type it in the chat. No, I can't give you 3 minutes. Because you're so I cannot give you 3 minutes because you asked for 5 minutes and that's all I'm giving you, okay? This is just because like in an actual public forum round, you don't have that much time to prepare. You get like 5 minutes. No, for summary, it depends if you're speaking first or second, but you essentially only get like 5-ish minutes to prepare. So yes. You got your case, Jinbin Kian?
Too cold. I still cold there.
All right. All right. Hear that? That means Michael Le. Michael, your time is up as well. Stop preparing. You have to start speaking. Michael, are you ready to speak? Michael, talk to me. Michael, you were just talking 5 minutes ago. I know you're here. Yo, Nguyen Vin Kian, where's your speech, bro?
I'm sorry.
Just copy and paste it in the chat or send me a link. Yeah, you can chat here. Yeah, you can just send it in this chat. Oh, okay. Is that your entire thing? Wait, also Michael Le, where are you, Michael? Michael, wake up. Michael, did you finish your speech? You're supposed to start speaking right now.
I'm scared.
It's okay,
I'm
Michael.
I won't bite you.
Don't be scared. This is to help you.
I haven't finished my speech yet.
Well, you ran out of time, so you need to speak, okay? You only need to speak for 2 minutes. Michael, please. You need to start. Michael, you need to start right now. Okay, Nunvin, let me give you some feedback on yours for now, while Michael is ignoring me. Michael's not okay. You shouldn't be scared. We're all here to help each other. 3 people just did it, like just now, okay? Okay, so your thing is about chess. First of all, it's kind of short. I don't think that would fit 2 minutes. That's like 30 seconds. So definitely needs to be longer, but it's okay. History of chess. Okay. So you did use all of the words. You did use all of the words in in the speech. Yeah. Developed, did not plagiarize, fell left behind. Okay, so you kind of went for the approach of using all the words in the speech rather than making the speech like making the speech have the topic of the words. So I kind of like that idea. It's smart. The way they use it is quite smart, talking about chess. So I'd say the content is quite good. Obviously the length is short, but I understand you wrote this, right? So you didn't use AI or anything, which is good. 5 minutes, I think generally you want to write like maybe 3 times as much as that in 5 minutes, but it's really good. Obviously, I can't really judge you on your speaking because I can't hear you speak. You ask Google when the chess is won. Yeah, you can use evidence. That's fine. That's fine. Um, yeah, otherwise it's good. History of chess. Yeah, so just make it longer, make sure it fits the 2 minutes that you want to speak. And also when you do speak, I want you to go to like a slow pace, but also do have like a nice flow. Michael, where are you? Michael, I gave you so much time. You should have a speech for now, okay? Michael, please. Michael, you just need to talk. Yeah, Michael is actually not responding. Michael, don't be scared.
Yeah.
Michael, just start your speech, okay?
Okay. Probability. So standardized tests used all around the world, they keep growing and growing and becomes the test that when we get to college, most people, including the US, will actually use the test to test you if you want to go to college. However, there's some problems with the modern way of using standardized tests that believe that the US actually believes that it's mostly like a biased test. It tests not actually accurate enough to test knowledge to actually go to the collegiate system of education. Also, it is also it is like the curriculum is actually not high, and the other ways of thinking is actually shortened to just remembering, also known as rote learning. There's also stress, which limits the performance of a student, causing them to fail on collegiate programs and tests, making them have a low success rate to college.
Okay. Michael, Good job. I like how confident you are when you're speaking. Your tone is very good. You're very confident, which is very persuasive. So definitely keep that up. That's a good way of speaking. You also talk quite smoothly, like you have a flow. That's good. You sound really natural as well. Like you don't sound like you're reading off a script. What I will say is that your speech was not really about the 5 words at all. So we had like declaration, plagiarize, left, idea, survivor. But you were talking about standardized tests in the U.S. and how they're biased.
Yeah,
And
like I'm just searching for topics about declaration.
about declaration, okay. But it's supposed to be about all of these. Declaration, plagiarize, left, idea, survivor. So I would say it's kind of non-topical, right? Your speech. Yeah, it's kind of non-topical.
I don't know how to combine all of these words.
You could do what Yun Vin Kien did, which he just used them all in his speech, or you could do something about the idea of a survivor, or like a declaration of independence being plagiarized, something like that, or like survivor as in the show, and someone left the show, someone plagiarized the show, like stuff like that. So yeah, it's just being creative and coming up with a way to link all of these 5 words, right? You understand? But
Yeah.
otherwise, the way you spoke was good. It's just the content was not really there. And I didn't time it, but I think yours was supposed to be 2 minutes. I don't know how long it was because I didn't time it, but it seems that it was around 3 minutes. So you were a little bit over time. So you want to condense it to the amount of time that you were supposed to speak, which is 2 minutes. But obviously, it's better to have a longer speech than a shorter speech. But I would say it's definitely going to sound more natural if you can make sure that it fits into the time that you're allocated. Okay, you got it, Michael Le?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, with that, I guess that's the end of today's lesson. So today we just did some drills. If you guys, does anyone have any final questions before we end this session? Okay, if no one has any final questions, then I guess we're ending the meeting here. I would like to thank you guys for participating, and thank you for the people who spoke for being confident enough to speak in front of your classmates. That's really impressive of you, and I hope this helped you guys with your like improvisation skills. So yeah. All right. Then bye everyone. See you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, Michael.
그래도 쓸 거잖아요.
Yeah.
그래도
Bye.
너도
Yes. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
primary school 하나. q
Yeah, how old are you?
hello. Okay.
Bye. See you guys.
See you soon.